Hello brothers and welcome back to another video. Sorry about the spam of videos today. This just came out of nowhere. So we are now getting our first little preview into the Renegade chapters on Vigilius and also the Fallen, because the cheeky Dark Angels are here in both cases, Loyalist and Heretics. Who are the Heretics? You decide. So this article is dedicated to you chaps who don't really get the love that you deserve. We all know Death Guard get love. We all know Black Legion get love. World Eaters get all their love via rules. But what about the rest of you chaps who like your little warbands? What about the Red Corsairs? The Crimson Slaughter? Well, this is for you. So the first one we're going to look at is Renegade Traits. So the article actually states, now instead of Renegade chapter trait from the Codex, you can pick one of 6 Renegade traits. Each is designed around the unique methods of war pioneered by a respective Renegade chapter it represents. Take the Crimson Slaughter. These warriors are constantly haunted by sinister spirits, rewarded with silence only after slaying their foes. In-game, this translates into a useful Renegade trait that rewards you with command points for destroying a unit. And this is actually the trait here. So this is called Crimson Slaughter and Moment's Peace. For the Crimson Slaughter, the maddening cries of tormented spirits can only be saturated by the spilling of blood. And it says, if a unit with this trait destroys an enemy unit, roll a d6. On a 5+, you gain 1 command point. In addition, that unit automatically passes the morale test until the end of the turn. I'm not too sure about morale tests with Space Marines. I don't think I've ever failed a morale test with Space Marines. Maybe my rolls are just too good, but I don't really care about morale and stuff. And when it comes to command points, yeah, that could be pretty cool if if you really need it. The only army I've really needed command points with is Custodes. Everything else, I really have no need. I can easily stack up and keep command points. I think for this, I think it could have been pretty cool to maybe put 1 wound back on a vehicle, or maybe 1 wound back on a HQ choice or something. Maybe command points I'm not really interested in. I'd rather just keep my force fully buffed up as much as I could. And the next one is dedicated to the Red Corsairs. I think we all know these heretics, absolute bastards. The Red Corsairs consummate raiders with vast resources at their disposal. When they emerge from the warp, they strike fast with overwhelming force to achieve their objective before the enemy can respond. So it says units with this trait can advance and charge in the same turn. Now that's very, very nice. I like that. In addition, if a detachment contains 3 or more units with this trait, that detachment's command benefits are increased by 1 command point. That detachment's command benefits are increased by 3 command points instead if it contains 3 or more units of Chaos Space Marines with that trait. See, now that one I think is a lot better than the previous one. I'm always a fan of getting close and getting into combat. For my Primaris, that doesn't always work out since we do only have our combat blades at the moment. I know you can take aggressors with your Power Fists and stuff like that, but I'd absolutely love something like this for for my Primaris. If they had proper on power weapons, I could really get into a full squad of power weapons and all that kind of stuff. So I definitely think that is the best of those 2 traits for now. And we also get a little preview of the stratagems. It says, it's just not Renegade traits. Each Renegade chapter also has their own stratagem, offering you more tactical depth and more ways to unleash mayhem. The Purge, for example, are notorious for their contemptuous attitude towards life, even by the standards of Chaos Space Marines, represented in-game by a stratagem that lets them shoot into combat. Now, boy oh boy, this is something I would absolutely love. So all life is worthless, Purge stratagem. Why can't Space Marines get this? Why can't my guys get this? I would want to shoot into combat. Yes, we may hit my own, but we'll hit theirs as well. Right, so this is 1 command point. It says, when all life must be obliterated, hitting one's own allies is not a concern. It says, use this stratagem in your shooting phase. Pick a Purge unit from your army that is not within 1 inch of enemy models. That unit can target the units that are within 1 inch of friendly units until the end of the phase. But each time you roll an unmodified hit roll of 1 for such an attack, resolve that attack against a friendly unit, your choice, with 1 inch of the target unit instead. So you can wipe out or do a lot of damage to your own units if you get the unlucky rolls. But I think it's worth it. Definitely worth it. I think it's even more worth, well, again, you can't really have this with Primaris because I think that'll be kind of broken because you can put like a captain or a lieutenant next to you and just keep re-rolling those ones and stuff like that. But I would absolutely love something like that for Primaris. Please, GW, let me shoot into my allies as well. And the next preview we had for a stratagem is called Prescience, and it's called Scourge Stratagem. Tzeentch has gifted the Scourge with a measure of foresight, allowing them to read the enemy's signals and know each exactly where they will strike. So this is cost 2 command points. Use this stratagem after your opponent sets up a unit that is arriving on the battlefield as reinforcements. Pick a Scourge infantry unit from your army that is within 12 inches of that enemy unit. Your unit can immediately shoot at that enemy unit if they were in the shooting phase. I think that's like, I'm sure there's already a stratagem like that for the Space Marines. I forgot what it's called now. I think it's something Signal or something. Is it Vox something or something like that? Please let me know in the comment section. Oh my god, I'm itching my brain now, whatever that's called. But I've definitely used that before on the tabletop when people, come down near me and I can shoot into them. And, sometimes it works out where I wipe out a couple of the guys and sometimes it doesn't. And I absolutely hit nothing. But all in all, pretty decent, pretty decent stratagem. I definitely prefer the first one though. 1 command point, you get to shoot into combat. That is a lot better. Now there is some Warlord traits in here and stuff like that, but I just want to skip them in this video. I don't want to go overboard and go through the full article. You can check that out yourself. What I want to get into is the last bit, which is the Fallen. Because we all know by now that we all banter the Dark Angels. Are you really loyal, brother? Brother, I am Fallen. Pulls out a pistol, shoots him in the head. All that kind of stuff. We all have the memes. We all have the laughs. Now, we're actually starting to get some decent stuff with it. So let's take a look. So it says, Vigilius Ablaze includes loads of content for fans of the Fallen too, as well as taking a pivotal role in the plot of the story in Vigilius. That is getting me hyped. I cannot wait to see what they do on Vigilius. I wonder if Cypher's going to turn up. Maybe it'll mention it in the article if we read on. They can also be fielded with a Fallen Angel specialist attachment. This specialist attachment lets you give Chaos Sorcerers and Rhinos the Fallen keyword, adding yet more flexibility on these mysterious warriors. There's nothing mysterious about them. They're all heretics. They're absolutely heretical. Or are they loyal? Who knows? The specialist attachment is fantastic for messing with your foes' command points, preventing them from regenerating new ones mid-game, representing Cypher's disruptive effects on the battlefield. Damn you, Cypher. Damn you to hell. So this is called Agent of Discord. Cypher's disrupted influence and unpredictable actions are the bane of any sane commander. The effect is amplified by the perseverance of large number of his fellow Fallen. Enemy units within 12 inches of Cypher cannot use any ability Warlord traits or relics that allow them to gain, return or refund command points. The range of this ability is increased to 18 inches while there are 10 or more other friendly Fallen Angel models within 12 inches of Cypher. The range of this ability is instead increased to 24 inches when there are 20 or more other friendly Fallen models within 12 inches of Cypher. So the more Fallen you get with him, the more his aura expands to deny you command points. Again, I don't really have any forces. I'm trying to think, do I have anything that would really be a bane in my side for that? I think I'm okay with that. That's not really going to disrupt my armies in any kind of way. So you can bring it, Cypher. I'm just going to slap you in the face. And we have a preview into one of their stratagems. Fallen Stratagem, 1 command point this is. Having hidden from the Unforgiven for millennia, the Fallen are adept at passing unseen. Use this stratagem at the start of the enemy shooting phase. Pick a Fallen Angels unit from your army that is entirely on or within any terrain feature. Subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks that target that unit until the end of the phase. That's pretty cool. That's pretty nice. So if you want to try and save shots on a specialist squad or something, you want to keep these guys alive to try and enact something, then you want to be using that stratagem. Goes well with the lore and it's pretty good on the tabletop as well. Anything that stops hits rolls in any kind of way, I'm always 2 thumbs up for, because at the end of the day, it's the hitting stuff that does you damage, of course. So this book is up for pre-order this weekend. I'm actually going to be buying it. This is going to be like a dedicated Chaos book. I know it will be tainted on my shelf, but I'm basically getting it for the lore. I want to read what's happening, especially now that, as it said in the article, the Fallen are going to play a big part in the storyline. I want to see what happens with Abaddon, Calgar, what actually happens to Vigilius. I really do think Chaos are going to win. And what does that mean for Vigilius? What does that mean for the Imperium? What the hell in the Emperor's name is going to happen? Really, really looking forward to see where they go with it, what happens, and how it all just pans out. And Is this going to lead on to another campaign of another planet, or is the Imperium going to try and retake it? I have no idea, but I'm very, very excited. I just want to get the lore in my hands and give it a read. Right, thank you for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and feedback about the stratagems, all that kind of stuff that I spoke about. Make sure you go and check out the article for yourself. Link is in the description. As always, thank you. See you in a bit. Have a good night, and bye-bye.